Every civilization worships it, chases after it, and tries desperately to hold on to it. Even though by its very nature it is ultra-rare and short-lived. Beauty. If you haven't got it, you'll do whatever it takes to get it. And once you've got it, all you can think about is how miserable you'll be when you lose it. How important is beauty? You'll discover that beauty might be the most powerful force on earth. Consider this. You are who you are because of the primal power of beauty. Because beauty dictates who ends up having kids with whom. We'll detonate the rumor that beauty is just some myth dreamed up by greedy media forces. Come on, you know the truth. It's not fair. It doesn't make sense. But face it. Beauty rules. Part of the love-hate relationship we have with beauty is our fear of getting older, because that represents the inevitable loss of attractiveness. A classic, often repeated story that transcends cultures and centuries is the story of the person who sells his or her soul to the devil for the secret of eternal youth. From Oscar Wilde's The Picture of Dorian Gray to the musical Damn Yankees, we've always been fascinated by this myth. Why? Because we're fascinated with the question, just how far am I willing to go to remain young and desirable? The price we pay for plastic surgery isn't just financial. Like any other surgical procedure, there are serious risks involved. Despite the risks, plastic surgery helps patients look and feel better about themselves by allowing them to take control of the way they look.
You doing okay?
Dr. Derek Antell, a world-renowned plastic surgeon based in Manhattan, demonstrates one controversial but non-surgical wrinkle reduction technique, Botox, a nerve poison that temporarily paralyzes face muscles.
All right, Heather, we're going to treat these lines between your forehead today with an injection of some medicine that relaxes and temporarily paralyzes the muscle. It's one of the most popular treatments that we do today, and while it doesn't eliminate the need for surgery in the future, it may help put off the need for it. It starts wearing off at about 3 months, and by 4 or 5 months it's gone, and then it can be done again. I've had it done myself, so obviously I feel that it's safe.
Although the side effects of Botox are relatively harmless, holistic physicians like Dr. Andrew Weil are concerned that we may be looking for medical solutions for emotional and psychological problems.
You know, I'm all for doing cosmetic surgery when it's used to repair birth defects or damage from trauma or so forth. But when it's used just to correct nose size, to do minor facelifts, breast augmentations, I mean, I think all of this reflects dissatisfaction with one's body. To me, beauty has a lot to do with one's relationship to oneself, with one's acceptance of oneself, with loving oneself. I think at the root of this desire to change the body is dissatisfaction with oneself.
If undergoing plastic surgery isn't for you, but you'd still like to make a change in your physical appearance, Dr. Weil has some advice.
I think a lot of people in our culture are chronically dehydrated, and that's especially important if you're living in hot climates or exercising a lot. If the body is not well hydrated, I think it just doesn't look as good as it should. Skin tends to be a little saggier. It doesn't have normal tone.
And remember what your mother told you about wearing sunscreen?
It's very clear that excessive exposure to the sun not only increases the risk of skin cancer, but also increases premature aging of the skin. That is, loss of natural elasticity. So those are some common things that I think are worth thinking about.
Aging, the bane of all beauties, if only there were a surefire fountain of youth. Since it's fun to fantasize, what if it were possible to stay young forever? What would you pay to stay eternally fresh-faced, apple-cheeked, and dewy-eyed? Would you pay with your life, even if you discovered that beauty has a dark side?